Hey, I'm John CGG. Some of you guys might recognize my in-game name, and most people who do usually know me for using the Mutant and doing pretty crazy things like this.
Oh, wait, what? On the roof! Come on, baby! Eddie. Knock left. On the left,
And I was ecstatic when I found out that the Mutant was getting a buff. According to the patch notes, the M16 and the Mutant are going from 600 RPM to 800 RPM on both single fire and burst fire mode. So I had to make a video about that and really find out if it's true. Now, one thing they didn't tell you about in the patch notes was that it does appear like they removed the click limiter as to how fast you can input your clicks for how fast it will shoot. So right now on the live servers, if you click faster than the input can shoot the gun, it won't register. It'll just cancel that click out. And I can demonstrate that right now. So as you can hear, after I run out of ammo, you can hear just how fast I actually am clicking, and you can see how fast the gun is shooting. So it's not registering all the clicks. But so right now, to get past that, what people do is they just click slower. You can actually shoot faster than what it's doing by clicking slower. So you go like this. So you can actually shoot that fast. That's the limit right now. But you have to click the exact timing or else it won't input. And of course, with my gun, it's the same way. If you click as fast as you can, it doesn't work. But if you click timed, you can shoot faster. And again, this is on the live server. This isn't the test server. I'll show you how they changed that. Okay, so now we're on the test servers, and I just want to show you that there's no limit to how fast you can click this gun now on single fire. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that. So as you can see, you can click absurdly fast now again, just like you could way back when. Obviously clicking that fast is pretty ridiculous, and I can only do it by like holding my mouse like this and like doing that, so it's not very accurate. But if you wanted to, you can click as fast as you can and shoot this gun. Like this is me clicking it on the table as fast as I possibly can. And of course, same thing with the Mutant, my gun. You can click it just as fast as you want. It'll shoot as fast as you can click it. So that's one thing that they didn't really tell you that they did in the patch notes, but is very blatant that they did that. So there is still a click limiter on burst fire mode. So you can't just click as fast as you can. You can't go like this. Because see, it will stop in between, okay? But the speed of which you can click now is much more rapid, especially with the M16 I found. So you can still click like, it's about that speed that you want to click. And you can get the full speed. Mess it up a couple times, but you get the idea. It's much faster than it used to be. Mutant's the same thing. You can click it faster. It doesn't seem to be much faster than what I used to be able to do. I feel like even when they had it set to being a certain speed of burst rate, I could, like, the Mutant seemed like it bypassed that before, because if you've been anywhere near me when I shoot a Mutant, the sound cuts out. It actually shoots faster than what the game can even produce the sound for the gun. So it will fully cut out the sound, and it'll be silent shooting.
Whoa, that guy's his macro was so bad that I didn't even hear the Mutant firing.
But you can shoot it a little bit faster now. And I'll demonstrate all of this. I'm going to put side-by-side windows so that you can see how fast every gun can shoot and compare it to actually full auto ARs, because before this buff, I could shoot a mutant just as fast as a barrel fully automatic. So we're going to see just how much that compares now. And now, the moment you guys have been waiting for. We let the guns duke it out and see who comes out on top. We got the Mutant versus the M16 on burst fire mode first. I was absolutely too close to call, even in slow-mo mode. So I guess we're going to call that one a tie, but because the Mutant's 7.62 bullet and does more damage, I'm going to have to give it to my gun on that one. Now let's see if the M16 can claw back a victory on single fire mode. Who knows? Once again, the guns are neck and neck. There's no way of really telling a winner here. Any variations are probably just my clicking. So that one I'll give to the M16, because if you're using it for single fire, the extra bullet velocity is definitely going to help you out for hitting them headies. Since both guns seem to be the same on single or burst anyway, I'm just going to use the Mutant from here on out. So next up, I'm going to have the Mutant on burst fire versus the Mutant on single fire to see if clicking fast enough really does help. Well, I guess when they said that they increased the single and burst fire RPM from 600 to 800, it really is the exact same. 800 RPM, single fire, burst fire, doesn't matter. If you can click it that fast, then you will get the 800. But when it comes to that, definitely has to go to burst fire, because clicking that fast is very unrealistic while trying to aim properly. So burst fire, you can still aim pretty decently. So we'll give it to burst fire on that one. Well, now that we know it doesn't really matter, burst fire, single fire, M16 Mutant, I'm going to show the new updated 800 RPM Mutant in burst fire mode versus a fully automatic barrel, and see who comes out on top for that one. Wait a minute. I could already shoot a Mutant as fast as a fully automatic barrel. That means nothing's changed? The whole 600 to 800 RPM thing didn't affect the Mutant burst fire? There's only one way to find out about that. So looking back at the slow-mo, we see that the updated Mutant with 800 RPM did beat the old Mutant with the 600 RPM by about one burst. But that is well within click variance. It could have just been that I was clicking a little bit better on the new one than the old one, especially since it is easier to click with. So I don't think that the Mutant actually shoots any faster on the updated one. I don't know what PUBG is saying between 600 to 800 RPM on burst fire, because that's obviously not the case. So if you guys want to actually buff the Mutant, give it 30 bullets starting, because having 20 bullets in a mag without an extended mag is what's really hurting the Mutant the most. So, I mean, the M16, yeah, it is definitely faster, because before the M16 was so prone to being having the input lag and just having it so that you couldn't click fast enough and it would have to click really slow just to make it work. So that is definitely an improvement. But the Mutant hasn't changed. You guys haven't done anything for it. So, I don't know. Better luck next time, I guess.